today we're going to be doing a quick tutorial of how to land on the moon and back. So, yes. Sorry about this. I just gotta clear this. I was doing some experiments. But your guys', if you don't have any DLCs, then yours will be about about this big. I mean, yours will actually be. Let me load the blueprint. Moon landing. Okay. So this can land on the moon. So yours is this height, and I think it's this width. I can't remember, but it's this height right there, exactly that. So you can take a screenshot if you want to of my moon lander. This is it. Okay, so I'll show you this other way too. The new rocket. If you go to example rockets and 3-stage rocket, this will also work. All you gotta do is add some landing legs like this. Yeah. So you probably clicked on this video because you wanted a quick tutorial of how to land on the moon. It's really simple actually, but first you got to get into orbit. See right here, you'll see where it says angle. Gotta wait till that. Yeah, you gotta turn to the angle. If it has a minus to it, I just turn to the right anyways. But yeah. So this is capable of landing on the moon and getting back. But after this, I'll also do some fun stuff for me. I mean, you can watch it if you want to. So first, oops, get into orbit. Sometimes it does that for me. You can press on your map. If you're like a noob, like when I first started, you didn't know what the point of the map was. This is the point. It just helps you calculate trajectory, which is this little line right here. I'm in easy mode, but if you chose hard mode, I'd recommend you turn to easy mode or normal mode. Actually, that's the mode I play. Yeah. Oops. No, it's fine. I went over. Okay, that's odd. Let me go here. Wait for it to be just. Let's make it vertical right here. Let's stop fuel. I recommend you burn it till it has no fuel left. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. Just make sure this little line's over the earth. I've landed on the moon many times with different rockets, but I've also landed on the moon with this rocket many times. Okay, so go to the highest point right now, and then turn towards it. You probably don't have as much space trash as me. I don't know what happened to all my space trash. I was just playing one day. I pressed on clear debris. Now I know what happened to all of it. Okay, never mind, guys. Basically, I was just playing with that earlier, like that thing. I pressed on clear debris because I wanted to see how high I could go with infinite build, and you can go pretty high. That's actually perfect. And I went high, and then I just don't know what happened to all my debris anymore. It's kind of sad. There's no more debris around the moon anymore, but let me show you my my failed attempt. This was my very first attempt of landing on the moon. I put the landing legs too high, but yeah, I landed a rover on the moon. Right here. This is also no DLC. This, I think, it's my mothership, yeah. I did an Apollo style. This was meant to be like a satellite that takes pictures, but yeah. So. Well, at least it's now a lot easier to keep track of everything. So first, you want to set a course towards the moon. Go to your transfer window. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. Okay. Usually yours, if your orbit wasn't as good as mine, then your number will be a little less than this. But I'm just gonna burn until I get there. If you want to, I just set my landing legs early. Oh, hello. Hello. That's cool. If you comment down below, do a thumbs up if you want my videos to have the face cam, or do a thumbs down, or just don't. No, actually, never mind. Just say yeah if you like the face cam, or no. I'll probably do like every once in a while I'll do a face cam. Okay, so wait till this is 0. Okay. Press on. I can never get it. Okay, press on there. Okay, so now you have an encounter with the moon. Turn around. Okay, make it so it's just a little bit towards the moon, like to the left. Go right here, about there. Okay. You can also do this with a different type of rocket, and I'll show you this. I'll show you how to do it after I do this. So that way you don't have to build the rocket. I might actually edit it into the beginning of the video, so that way you don't have to wait till the end. Okay. So I recommend doing something like this, where you wait for it to go, and then you make it go straight down. Sea of Tranquility, that's where they landed in real life. Okay, so now you just gotta wait till you get down there. You don't have to go as low down as me, but what I do is I do this. Since my velocity is kind of high, it's kind of low though. I'm just gonna make it go down to 200. But if any of these parts, like when you're getting to orbit or when you're doing this, you can make a quick save by doing this. By doing this, create quick save, name it. You can name it something, and then yeah. I don't know if I spelled it right, but I'm just gonna delete that. I don't really care. But make sure to, yeah. So wait till you're pretty low. You're landing directly into the Sea of Tranquility. See all those little bumps? It's pretty flat, actually. So if you haven't burned it, I haven't burned it all the way yet, but after this stage, this is the landing stage, like right here. So yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Okay, so you see, when you do my strategy, there's like no side velocity. And yeah, that's what makes it so much easier. If you want to, you can ditch the big part. You can also do this with another type of rocket, like I landed a rover. It's literally just the same exact thing, but with a different type of rocket. So yeah. Okay. Okay, so make sure that goes down and explodes. I'm just gonna destroy it. The reason why you want this docking port right here is because if you get stranded like the other guy, you can send another rocket down to go grab him. There's the moon. Okay. Okay. The Eagle has landed. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Whoa, whenever I color black, it's so black. Whoa, it looks like I'm just erasing the moon now. What the heck? Whoa. I'm erasing the moon, everyone. I'm erasing everything. Woo! No, I'm just kidding. So, I'm just going to draw an astronaut right here. Hello. He landed on the moon. He's really big for his size, so, yeah. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Okay. So now that you've landed on the moon, hopefully you have enough fuel to get back. The other guy doesn't really have enough fuel to get back, so yeah. You can go now. You can, if you want to, you can make a really low orbit, but I don't recommend doing that because then you can't time warp and then it just gets really annoying. So make sure that this point's like above like 6,000 meters. 5,000 meters is the minimum. Make sure your lowest point's actually above 5,000 meters. But I recommend 6,000 meters so that way you don't crash into anything. Even though there aren't very many mountains. I don't know. But yeah. I usually do like a 15-kilometer orbit. Oh yes, this is a really annoying part. If you're this guy, you don't have to worry about that because it's not upside down, but for me it's upside down, so it gets really annoying. So yeah. So you just want to get into orbit around the moon. So basically the same concept as getting into orbit around Earth, but on the moon. It's much simpler actually. There's like no gravity. Okay, so no moon orbit. And then if you do this, you'll pretty much always be in an orbit around Earth when you do this. Just it's very high. So it's like 3 days worth of moon, whatever. Anyways. Okay, see that orbit? It's gonna be like that, but I recommend doing something like this, where you're not into orbit around the Earth. You're just right about there. Okay. Okay, so you can ditch that. Oh, no, okay. So now you're coming back. Well, that's pretty hot right there. Normally it gets to like 3,000. I think my highest was like 215,000, but I had cheats on. Highest no cheats was like 4,990. The game is super realistic because you can do this, like, let's see, it's like going down, so it's like aerodynamic. But then if you do that, it just goes back up because the air is pushing it like upwards, like that. If you want to, you can just get rid of that. Okay, everybody, so I got back onto Earth. Yours will say something like this, though, if you haven't done the moon mission. I know my handwriting's pretty bad, but it just says challenge completed, moon landing. Okay, so this, right here, if you land on a landmark, it'll give you this. Usually you'll have something like reach low moon orbit or high moon orbit. So yeah, you'll land on the moon, you'll recover,